Welcome everyone back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video. Now, I've got some news that may actually surprise a few of you guys, may affect some of you guys for better or worse, but we're going to talk about it. I wanted to bring this up because I feel like this is pretty interesting information, especially if in the future other areas try to enforce similar concepts, and that would put Dokkan and Bandai as an entity in a really weird position. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy, of course. If you do, hit that subscribe if you're new for more content here on the channel. That being said, let's go ahead and jump into this. Important notice for Belgian players. So right now, it only affects Belgian players. Dear players, earlier this year, the Belgian Gaming Commission issued a report stating that certain forms of quote-unquote loot boxes will be considered as a form of gambling. So I'm not going to get too deep into that because that was a really big thing that the community was talking about for a very long time, about 4 months ago, things like that. And it got a lot of different communities up in arms about the idea of purchasing loot boxes and purchasing in games just in general, right? That's always been a hot topic, a hot button topic, and it still is. And it got that whole area like upset. So they went ahead and, changed their laws pretty much. So again, I'm not sure that I understand the full magnitude of that situation, so I'm not going to try to elaborate a whole lot on it, but I'm sure you can pull it up on the internet. Otherwise, while we do not share the views of the Belgian Gaming Commission on this point, of course, because you want your dinero, we have decided to take steps to comply with the interpretation of Belgian gambling laws. Again, one thing that I don't really know if a lot of people realize is when we're playing these games, right? Of course, they're cool because they have these anime skins on them. They have our favorite characters and things like that. A lot of them are kind of the same or just the same for a lot of different reasons. But at the end of the day, one thing that it boils down to is their gacha games. And pretty much that is you spending a currency for a chance to get something in return, particularly something that you want or something that is good overall, maybe you didn't have, right? That is the one common denominator at the bare minimum among these games that they're based on. So really what that is effectively gambling, right? Because you're not guaranteed a return. You're not guaranteed anything. It's just pretty much legalized gambling. And I say legalized, it's legalized in some places not, as far as I know anyway. But that being said, that's pretty much what it is. So every time you go to the shop and you purchase stones, you are gambling for a chance, again, to pull something. Just like if you were to go to a casino, you are gambling for a chance to win big, right? So that is the way that they're looking at this. And I guess that's fair, right? That's fair. Moving on, starting today, players in Belgium are no longer entitled and will be unable to purchase Dragon Stones, summon tickets, or any item pack that contains those items. So that last part to me, I haven't seen anything about Pilaf's Trove. And I don't know if like the packs in Pilaf's Trove that do not include summon stones or summon tickets, or Dragon Stones would still be available for purchase. It sounds like they might be because they have no bearing on you going ahead and purchasing them and then from there completing a summon, right? And then again, the whole summon aspect is the gamble thing. So that would be effectively you buying. That would be pretty much you buying Dragon Stones. You'd have a buffed up price because it would be a nasty amount of money you pay for a very small amount of Dragon Stones because you're getting all the other stuff in Pilaf's Trove. But I'm sure that the other stuff should be there for the most part. Let me know in the comments if you are from Belgium. But they are removing the ability to purchase Dragon Stones or summon tickets because those two, again, are the ways that you interact with the gacha system in the game. Now, of course, I want to say this really quick. I don't know if there's a workaround. I'm sure the community will find something. Maybe purchasing, I don't know, from a third party would help because they're not in that area. I don't know. Maybe enabling a VPN would help. I don't know. Maybe changing your iOS Apple ID to a different region would help. That could be a thing as well. Deleting and re-downloading the app with a VPN on. There are different ways that this could change. Now, I'm not telling you to do any of those methods. That's not what I'm going to recommend. I'm just saying that there are possibilities that you might be able to get around them basically locking the store away from you, right? Unless that they have some sort of like logging on the back end that doesn't allow you to do this, you should be able to get around this if you are somebody that's still interested in playing and purchasing stones. And of course, the next thing that they say here is Belgian players will still, however, be able to use the summon feature using Dragon Stones that is earned through gameplay or that is given out as part of an in-game event. So, of course, they're saying pretty much, guys, you can't purchase our stones anymore, but you could still summon in the game if you acquire Dragon Stones in-game. So, verbatim, they're saying, hey, you're free to play now. You have no choice. You are free to play now. Again, unless some of those workarounds work, you are free to play now. And that is a good thing because it's like I'm sure there are people out there that are like got that one more itch, right? Where it's like, oh, okay, let me just buy it one more time and I'll just summon one last time. Oh, that didn't work. Let me just buy it one more time, right? So it could be healthy for some people to get restricted, forcefully restricted like that. But there are people that maybe every so often open up their wallets and like, hey, maybe this new hype banner's here, like the one right now is like, yeah, I want to try a few pulls. That's it. You know, there are people that do have it under control. And of course, I've always been a huge advocate, not because I just do it, but because I am a huge advocate in general for people spending on what they enjoy. Don't never let anybody tell you that you're wrong for spending money on a game because they don't think that you should, right? It's whatever you want to do with your money. You earned it, whatever. So I've been an advocate for that, but this is like forcefully turning people off. So I can't help but wonder if there are people worldwide that will get, again, turned off from the game in general because they're not able to play this way anymore, right? Because for me, for example, I wouldn't get turned off. I still enjoy Dokkan. You guys can hear it in my voice every video. I love this game like with a passion, man. It has opened up so many doors for me, but I can't deny the fact that I would get upset and it would limit my content and things like that and force me to maybe pursue alternate avenues like maybe, I don't know, like a freaking private server, things like that other people do that I don't particularly do right now. You know, it will force me into other areas if I can't summon and I can't summon for specific units and then from there try to produce content with them like, you know, showcases and teams and all that other stuff that I do on the channel. So it's a weird spot to be forced into, right? But it could be good. That's what I want to say. It could be good. But of course, I do also wonder if this means they will then from there start giving out more free-to-play stones. I feel like if they give out more free-to-play stones, that would be, of course, beneficial to the entirety of the community, and it would be something to talk about and something to look forward to in the future. And it's not like saying they need to give out 30 stones a week extra, right? Because that would be awesome, but I'm not going to put lofty expectations on it. But the game gets a negative connotation of being quote-unquote not free-to-play friendly, as if there's not over 1,000 stones you can get from the ground up when you start a brand new account, I believe just from story mode. Otherwise, there's a whole bunch of other in-game contents. Extreme Z Awakens. JP has Dokkan Battlefield right now. Global, hopefully in the future. Of course, logins. And they particularly are giving out a lot of stones right now and during these celebrations that we have and things like that. So the game gives out a lot of stuff, right? But I kind of feel like maybe that needs to go up because this area of people can no longer play the way that they're used to. We understand that this will have an impact on the enjoyment of our players in Belgium. I literally just said that. But we feel that we have no choice but to make these changes so that our fans can continue to play Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. That last line to me sounds like they're doing this because, of course, they're worried if they don't do this, then maybe the game gets pulled down in that area and it kind of affects everybody, right? Because, of course, there's going to be a pocket of players in that area that paid and there's going to be a huge pocket that didn't. But, of course, they all lose if they just take the game off the market, right? We apologize for the inconvenience. If there's any change in the situation or an update to the Belgian Gaming Commission, we'll let you know. So, last little bit is this. First off, this image was courtesy of my FGC. Do check the boy out over on Twitter. And this one, I believe, is from Mr. Ichibuti. He's showing that literally there's not even a purchase. Like, it's all gone. Like, legit, the shop is empty, as if there was never anything here. So they got to put like a banner up or something. That just looks weird. But I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. Is this affecting you? Maybe not. Hopefully in the future we find out some sort of workaround. The Reddit might know about that. We'll see what happens. Anyways, take it easy, guys.